Governor Greg Abbott orders the arrest of Democrats who fled Texas. Arrest them, prosecute them, incarcerate them, put them in a jail cell with Bubba. Here we go. Let's do this.
We know that you are making great sacrifices to resist the power grab that's being perpetrated by Donald Trump, by Governor Abbott, and by Texas Republicans. You are answering one of the most challenging calls of public service that has ever been asked of you.
So all Democrats left Texas because Texas would have a quorum if they were there, and they'd be able to vote on doing their redistricting, which would add about probably 5 Republican positions to Congress seats. And so J.B. Pritzker, governor of Illinois, said, hey, come take sanctuary in Illinois, because everything's going so well in Illinois that, just come up to our state, hang out in our state. Texas Governor Greg Abbott on Monday ordered the arrest of Democrats who fled the Lone Star State in an effort to halt the advancement of new congressional maps that could benefit Republicans in next year's midterms. The Democrats are just angry that they can't do it. That's what this is all about. They are so upset that in most of their states, they've already made these processes like California. They've got like a third party that runs the redistricting or the districting. And so it's going to be way more difficult for California to do it in Texas. All right, guys, here's what we're doing. And because you've got such a Republican majority in Texas, they can do it like that. And the only way to stop this is for the Dems to leave. Oh, let's go up and hang out in Chicago. Texas House Democrats abandoned their duty to Texans, Abbott said in a statement. You know what? Abbott is probably one of the few governors that I would be afraid of. I mean, if he sends who'd he send? The Texas Department of Public Safety. Those are the guys that handle the border along with, the other federal entities. But send those guys after you. I'll pass. Thank you. No, I'll pass. By fleeing the state, Texas House Democrats are holding hostage critical legislation to aid flood victims and advance property tax relief. There are consequences for dereliction of duty. Oh, I love it. The drama. Yeah, they're fleeing not because of the critical aid to the flood aid victims and advanced property tax relief. That's how Abbott's spinning it. Bottom line is they're scooting out of town to hold this up. How long can they be out of town for? That's the question. We had this happen a few years ago. Do you remember that? I can't remember how that ended. Let me know in the comments how it ended. Speaker Dustin Burrows just issued a call of the Texas House and issued warrants to compel members to return to the chamber. I got a warrant out for my arrest. What for? I didn't show up for my job. Oh. To ensure compliance, I ordered the Texas Department of Public Safety to locate, arrest, and return to the House chamber. I hope in handcuffs. I hope in ankle chains. Oh, that'd be great. Just completely embarrass them. Any member who has abandoned their duty to Texans. This order will remain in effect until all missing House Democrats are accounted for and brought to the Texas Capitol. Oh, I love it. That's so great. Imagine that happening in Washington State. No, because that's never going to happen. Right now in Washington State, Seattle, they are, they're doing a little pushback on the whole Trump being president thing, and they're going to go with a bunch of communists, socialists, and I'm sure it's going to work out fine. Podcasts for days, weeks, months, millennial. Democrats refuse to show up as part of a rapidly escalating political contest over a controversial attempt by the state GOP. Is it really that controversial? Is it really that controversial? You got a bunch of more population in your state, and then you move the lines around, and you get some more houses, and you get some more seats? I don't know. That's just called politics, right? It's just called politics. And the Dems are mad because it's not an easy path for them, because they've got Like in California, they've got this process that doesn't make it easy to redistrict. And that's because they decided, I think it was Schwarzenegger, Arnold, get to the chopper. He decided that, you know what? Hey, maybe we shouldn't be just doing this willy-nilly. And so he put that process into the hands of a third-party entity, and they've got to just work that out. So it's very difficult. Over a controversial attempt by the state GOP, it's only controversial to the Democrats because they want to do it too, to pass a highly unusual mid-decade partisan redistricting plan aimed at giving Texas Republicans 5 additional seats in Congress while destroying several Democratic districts. Oh well. I mean, politics, right? You got to fight. I feel like everything is going the Republicans' way right now. Everything is going conservative direction. Just everything. Just boom, boom, boom. We do need to have, we need to have some kind of balance. I mean, you just always need that, right? But for a little run like we're having right now, I mean, it's pretty crazy. In a separate statement, Abbott said he was also redirecting the Texas Rangers to investigate the Democrats over potential bribery in connection to donations they were allegedly receiving from donors to offset the $500 daily fines the lawmakers are facing. They are not supposed to be able to take donations to pay those fines. That is not how campaign finance goes, as far as I understood. I remember reading an article about that. Hey, you can't take money from donors and pay those fines. So I think they automatically go into investigating that, see where that goes. But are these Dems, are they going to get arrested? Oh, hands behind back, handcuffed? Oh, I hope so. I'm chain gang, all in a van, lined up. I mean, oh, beautiful. Today, I ordered the Texas Rangers to immediately investigate fleeing Texas House Democrats for potential bribery and other potential legal violations connected to their refusal to appear for a quorum, conduct business, and cast votes, Abbott said. That investigation should extend to anyone who aided or abetted such potential crimes. Abbott's comments followed House Speaker Dustin Burrows' signature of an arrest warrant for a Democratic member that state troopers can locate. Hey, you find him, you can arrest him. Game on. In their remarks, neither mentioned redistricting, which Democrats describe as a naked power grab. Okay. Yeah. If Dems had the opportunity to do it, they do it like that because it's smart. It's smart. It's what we're doing. You've got population moving around, and they are moving to Texas. They're moving into the big red states, and they're moving out of the big blue states. In some cases, not all, in some cases. And that's allowing this to happen. In comments on Monday, State Representative Yolanda Jones, Democrat, credited her party's failure to stop a similar mid-decade effort in North Carolina with securing the margins needed for Republicans to pass Trump's unpopular tax and spending bill, which is projected to cut $1 trillion from Medicaid to funnel tax cuts to the country's wealthiest. Instead of defending the redistricting push, Republican leaders avoided talking about it. Instead, they attacked Democrats for not being on hand to discuss other matters. Got some extra words in there. Redistricting campaign has been an elephant in the room for state Republicans who have tended to describe the Democrats' departure as though it were dereliction of duty, as Abbott put it, in an attempt to sideline flood relief or the attempt to outlaw standardized testing. So, I mean, you've got other stuff going on. Is that really what it's all about? No, it's clear. You're redistricting, right? You're figuring out your districts. Can Texas Governor Greg Abbott remove Democratic lawmakers who left the state over redistricting? Now you're just going to see a whole bunch of this stuff. Can it happen? Should it happen? Is it ethical? Is it legal? This is why we hate Trump so much. That's what you're going to see a whole bunch of. This is CBS. What'd they have to pay? $16 million? Is that what they had to pay after they did that whole thing with Kamala Harris and they wanted to sell that whole corporate deal? $16 million. What did ABC have to pay? Is that $14 million with George Stephanopoulos, who lied about Trump being a convicted rapist? Hey, was that $16 million, $14 million, something like that? Interesting, right? Seems to be a pattern, right? Texas legislator attempted to meet Monday to consider a redistricting plan that would favor Republicans, but Democratic members who left the state over the weekend did not return, denying the quorum. Republicans can make idle threats. This is funny. Republicans can make idle threats, but as long as they stay out of state, there's really nothing that they can do. Yeah, said Mark Jones. He is a Rice University political science professor. Oof. There's nothing they can do. True. That is true. But at some point in time, you got to go back home. At some point in time, you got to go back to your job. More than 50 Texas House Democrats left the stage on Sunday, leaving the chamber short of 2/3 quorum. Needed to bring the vote to the floor. Democrats are protesting President Trump-led effort by Republicans to redraw the state's U.S. House congressional map, resulting in 5 seats. We are fighting for representative democracy. Well, yeah, but you're going to lose. You're going to lose on this one. You just bend over, take it. You're going to lose. And whether or not that will continue, and we're willing to face whatever consequences may come our way. Jail cell with Bubba again? I mean, just saying, could happen. Texas Republicans on Monday and Tuesday returned to the Capitol in Austin, but did not have enough members for a quorum, so the session could not be called to order. How are Texas officials trying to force Democrats back? Well, they're threatening to arrest them, prosecute them, and incarcerate them. It's just the threat. It's the threat, right? Hey, we're gonna find you, and when we do, arrest them. I hope they do. I hope they grab a couple. I hope there's a couple of sacrificial lambs that they do this to, and they just bring them in. Maybe in an orange jumpsuit, right? The hair just all like a Nick Nolte kind of profile. Remember that? He was like, yeah, that was great. What laws are Abbott and other Republicans alleging are broken? See, this is CBS. It's so one-sided. Abbott claimed Monday on Fox News that Democrats could face bribery charges if their costs while out of state are being covered by others. Again. Will anything come of that? Probably not. But it is some great drama, right? I think based upon comments made by legislators themselves, they face a possibility of facing bribery charges. Yeah. The main concern here is not bribery charges, but that's just one more thing you can throw at them. It's that there's dereliction of duty going on here. They're supposed to be at their desks. They're supposed to be, creating a quorum, and they're not. Texas, compared to other states, has very loose ethics laws. Meaning, you're not going to hammer these folks down, I don't think. Governor is certainly welcome to make that argument, and theoretically, it has a limited level of potential to move forward, saying it could happen, but not likely. At the end of the day, if you look at Texas ethics law, things that are allowed under Texas ethics law, we would rank receiving money to pay a fine at the lower end of the potential for an ethics violation. It's not going to happen. They're throwing stuff out, trying to make people think, oh, good Lord, got to get back to my desk. This isn't going well. God, we need to get back. Cornyn also noted the bribery claims in his letter to the FBI, writing that he is concerned that legislators who solicited or accepted funds to aid in their efforts to avoid their legislative duties may be guilty of bribery or other public corruption offenses. See what the Hill has to say. We've got just a little bit right here. Not to be outdone, Attorney General Ken Paxton, Republican, who is running to the right of Senator John Cornyn, Republican in the Senate primary, on Monday, called Democrats jet-setting runaways. Oh, they're just flew off to Chicago. And I think I assume they're in Chicago, right? Somewhere in Illinois. Who knows? And said it was imperative that they be swiftly arrested, punished, and hung. No, it didn't say hung, but face the full force of the law for turning their backs on the people of Texas. you just got straight up politics being played here. And I think it's, will it go through? Probably. These folks are going to have to come back at some time. You can only stall out for so long, right? You can only stall out for so long. How long is it going to go for? I bet you it goes a couple weeks. We'll have to see. We'll have to see if Greg Abbott and his big words of, threat, I'm going to arrest you, I'm going to put you in a cell with Bubba, are actually going to have any real kind of impact. Because, like they said, there's not a lot that can be done when these folks are not in the state of Texas, because they're not in a position where Texas can get to them. So, where's this one go? This is one of those wait and see. And the drama is great because you've got a situation where Republicans, got the presidency, the House, the Senate, the Supreme Court, that last election, and this kind of, I don't want to say puts the nail in the coffin, but that's what the Democrats are afraid of is a further, like they said, it's a naked power grab. Well, I mean, why wouldn't it be? And why wouldn't you grab it if it's there? If you have the opportunity to do it, why wouldn't you do it? I mean, that's not a reason to do everything. It should be fine. Why wouldn't you do it? Jumping off a cliff into 2 inches of water. Should be fine. No, shenanigans aside, I think this is a move that will happen. Which way does it go down? I don't know, but certainly wild to watch, right? You're like, hey, this will be fun. Make sure you're subscribed, hit that notification bell. We release 2 a day, Monday through Friday, 1 on Saturday, 1 on Sunday. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button. Thanks in advance. I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.